The sacrifice will be done by 2 a.m. dot. Keep the door wide open when you get in now.
Why are you just coming back at this time?
The knock came at exactly 12:30 midnight. Maziobina stirred from sleep, his ears sharp before his eyes even opened. Another knock, soft, patient. "Who is that?" he called out, voice thick with sleep and irritation. No answer. "Who is knocking on my door this kind of hour?" Still, silence answered him. He rose from the mat, wrapped his wrapper around his waist, and shuffled to the door, muttering under his breath about thieves and mad people who had no respect for another man's rest. When he opened it, he found his wife Adaeze standing there like a shadow cut from the night itself. She did not greet him. She did not smile. She simply walked past him into the room, the way a wind walks through an open window, present but touching nothing. "Adaeze, is this the time a woman comes home to her husband's house?" he grumbled, shutting the door behind her. "You know there is a burial ceremony tomorrow at the Nwosu family compound. I know married women go out to help cook through the night, but must you return this late?" She said nothing. She lay down on the mat, her back to him, and did not move. He sighed, telling himself she was only tired from pounding fufu and stirring soup pots till her arms ached. He lay beside her, and within minutes, sleep pulled him back under. 10 minutes later, Adaeze rose. He felt the mat shift, heard her feet against the earthen floor, the door creaking open, then shut. He cracked one eye open in the dark and thought, she has gone to urinate outside, and let his eyes fall closed again. Sleep, too heavy a blanket to fight. He did not see what waited for her beyond the door. 3 shapes stood at the edge of the compound, where the moonlight refused to reach, where even the crickets had gone quiet out of respect or fear. They were not men. Their voices did not come from mouths, but seemed to rise out of the ground itself, dry and rattling like dead leaves dragged across zinc. "The initiation will happen at 2, one of them said. "The sacrifice will be complete by then. She must not close the door again. Not once. Do you hear?" Adaeze's head tilted, slow, mechanical. She nodded. It was not truly a nod of understanding. It was the nod of a woman who no longer owned the inside of her own skull. On her way back from the Nwosu compound that night, she had wandered too close to the old crossroads near the Iroko tree, the place elders warned young wives never to pass alone after dark. And something had been waiting there, hungry for a body to wear. They did not simply want her. They wanted to become her, thread by thread, and for that, a price had to be paid before the cock crowed. She turned and walked back into the house. The door stayed open behind her, gaping into the dark like a mouth that had forgotten how to close. She lay down. Her eyes remained open, wide, unblinking, fixed on nothing. Many compounds away, in a small mud and thatch shrine at the edge of the forest, a 22-year-old boy sat upright from where he had been meditating before his shrine fire. Kelechi's body went cold, then hot, then cold again. The spirits had shown him a vision, his mother's open eyes, 3 shapes at a crossroads, a door left wide open, like an invitation to ruin. He was the son that Maziobina had disowned 3 years ago, the day Kelechi told his father that Anyanwu had called him to healing, to the old ways, to be a dibia. His father had cursed the ground he walked on, and warned him never to set foot in the family compound again. "The day you enter, one of us will not leave alive." But this was his mother. He grabbed his Afa staff and ran through the bush paths, his bare feet finding every root and stone by instinct alone, his heart a drum, beating faster than any warning. When he reached the compound gate, he stopped. Not from fear of his mother's condition, he had faced worse in his training. He stopped because his father's threat rang loud in his memory, sharper than any spirit's warning. He entered anyway. His mother lay on the mat, eyes wide open, staring at the thatch roof, as though counting things no living person could see. She did not turn to look at him. He touched her shoulder. Nothing. Not even a flinch. He went and shook his father awake. Mazio Bina's eyes flew open, and the shock on his face curdled instantly into rage. You! He was on his feet before Kelechi could speak, snatching his cutlass from beside the wall. Did I not tell you never to enter this compound again? Get out! Get out of my house! He shoved his son toward the door. Papa, listen to me. Mama is... You disgrace me with this juju nonsense. And now you come back at midnight with stories. He pushed him out through the doorway and went back inside, slamming the door. Kelechi pushed it back open and stepped in again. His voice was steady, unshaken, though his chest burned. If you sleep tonight, they will kill you. Both of you. I am not here to fight you, Papa. I am here to save this house. His father laughed, a bitter, humorless bark, and shoved him out a second time, harder. But as Mazio Binna turned to go back inside, Kelechi called after him, calm as still water. Papa, has it ever crossed your mind to ask why Mama's eyes have refused to close since she returned? Or why she stood up and walked outside exactly 10 minutes after she came home? The old man froze. He turned slowly, his cutlass suddenly heavy in his hand. His son had not been in that room. His son could not have known. And yet he had spoken it, as though he had stood in the doorway and watched it happen with his own eyes. Still, pride is a stubborn masquerade. Mazio Bina said nothing more. He went back inside, bolted the door this time, and lay down, closing his eyes with far less certainty than before. 20 minutes passed. Then Adeze rose again. She crossed the room, unbolted the door, and pushed it wide open, before returning to lie down as if nothing had happened. This time, when her husband's eyes opened, he did not sit up. He only watched her through slitted lids, his heart hammering, pretending at sleep, while his mind screamed questions he had no answers for. It went on like that until 2 o'clock struck. A wind rose outside the compound, not an ordinary wind, but one that moved wrong, that seemed to breathe. Then Adeze stood a final time and walked out into the dark. Mazio Binna's eyes shot open. From beyond the door came laughter, dry, rattling, many-throated laughter that did not belong to anything with a face. He scrambled up and fled through the back door into the bush, his wrapper nearly falling from his waist, his bare feet slapping against cold earth. When the three shapes entered the house and found no man to complete their bargain, one of them pointed a long, clawed finger toward the back door. All three surged after him, faster than wind, faster than fear itself. He ran until his lungs burned, until the only place his feet knew to carry him was his son's shrine at the forest's edge. He burst through the clearing, gasping, and found it empty. Kelechi was nowhere in sight. When the three shapes reached the shrine boundary moments later, they slammed against something unseen, an invisible wall thick with the weight of ancestors, of chalk and cola and years of prayer. They shrieked and clawed at the air but could not cross. Then Kelechi emerged from the trees, a wooden flute pressed to his lips. He blew a single long note, low and ancient, and the three shapes convulsed, thinned into smoke, and were swallowed by the dark. Silence returned to the forest. Kelechi ran back to the house, his father stumbling behind him. Inside, Adeze still lay with her eyes wide open. Kelechi knelt beside her, sprinkled white chalk in a slow circle around her body, and murmured words older than either of their names. Her back arched once, twice, and then her eyes fluttered, blinked, and finally mercifully closed. When they opened again, they were her own. She looked around, dazed, unaware of how close the night had come to taking everything from her. Even then, Mazio Binna could not bring himself to move closer to his wife. Instead, he turned to his son and sank to his knees before him, cutlass forgotten in the dirt. "Forgive me," he said, voice breaking. "Come back to this house as my son. I accept you. I accept your calling." Kelechi stood over his father, tears sliding down his face, not from pain, but from the weight of everything he had carried alone to reach this moment. He said nothing at first. He only reached down, took his father's trembling hand, and helped him rise. The compound was quiet again. The wind had stopped breathing wrong, and for the first time in 3 years, a family stood whole beneath the same roof, waiting for morning.